If you're over 60 and taking vitamins on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, you might be doing more harm than good to your blood flow and energy levels. I know that sounds backwards, especially when every health expert tells you to take your supplements early in the day. But here's what most doctors won't tell you about how vitamins actually move through an aging body. My name is Host Name, and for the past 20 years, I've been helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality naturally. What I'm about to share with you today could be the missing piece that explains why you're still feeling tired, why your circulation isn't what it used to be, and why those expensive vitamins aren't giving you the energy boost you expected. 3 months ago, I received a letter from Robert, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. He'd been taking a handful of vitamins every morning for 2 years, spending over $150 a month, and still felt like he was running on empty. His legs felt heavy by afternoon, his focus was scattered, and his wife noticed he was always cold, even in summer. The solution wasn't adding more vitamins, it was changing when and how he took them. Today, I'm going to share exactly what Robert learned, plus 3 natural strategies that can transform how your body absorbs nutrients and moves blood after 60. Stay with me, because this could change everything. Before we dive deeper into this, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Type your state or country in the comments below. It always amazes me how this senior wisdom reaches men from coast to coast and beyond. Whether you're in Florida, California, Texas, or somewhere completely different, we're all in this journey together. Your comment helps me understand who I'm talking with, and it might just encourage another guy who's feeling. Let me tell you about Frank. Frank was 64, a retired firefighter from Phoenix who contacted me last spring. For 30 years, Frank had run into burning buildings without hesitation. He was tough, disciplined, and took pride in taking care of himself. But something was changing, and it scared him more than any fire ever had. Frank's morning routine was military precise. Up at 6 a.m., glass of water, then 7 different vitamins lined up on his kitchen counter like little soldiers. Multivitamin, vitamin D, fish oil, CoQ10, magnesium, zinc, and B-complex. He'd swallow them all with his coffee, thinking he was doing everything right. But by 10 a.m., Frank felt like someone had pulled the plug on his energy. His hands and feet were always cold, even in the Arizona heat. When he stood up too quickly, he'd get lightheaded. His wife, Maria, mentioned that his skin looked pale, and she was worried about his circulation. Frank was worried too, but he didn't want to admit it. "I feel like my body is betraying me," Frank told me during our first conversation. "I'm doing everything the magazines say to do. I eat decent food, I take my vitamins, I try to stay active, but I feel like I'm 80, not 64. Here's what Frank didn't know, and what most men over 60 don't realize. Taking vitamins wrong can actually make circulation problems worse, not better. When you're younger, your digestive system is like a high-powered engine. It can process almost anything you throw at it. But after 60, things slow down. Your stomach produces less acid, your liver works harder to process everything, and your blood vessels aren't as flexible as they used to be. When Frank took all those vitamins on an empty stomach with coffee, his body went into overdrive trying to process them. The caffeine constricted his blood vessels right when his system needed maximum blood flow to absorb those nutrients. It was like trying to pour a gallon of water through a garden hose with a kink in it. The vitamins weren't getting where they needed to go, and worse, they were creating a traffic jam in his digestive system that was actually blocking the absorption of nutrients from his food throughout the day. I asked Frank to try something simple. Instead of taking all his vitamins first thing in the morning, I had him split them up and take them with actual food at different times of the day. No more coffee with vitamins, and I taught him 3 specific techniques to improve his circulation naturally before he even thought about supplements. Within 2 weeks, Frank called me back. "I feel like myself again," he said. My energy is steady all day. My hands are warm. And Maria says I look 10 years younger. Frank didn't add more vitamins or spend more money. He just changed his approach. That conversation with Frank opened my eyes to how many men over 60 are making the same mistake. They're taking good vitamins in ways that work against their changing bodies instead of with them. Today, I want to make sure you don't fall into the same trap. Let's talk about what's really happening in your body after 60, because understanding this will help everything else make sense. Your digestive system changes significantly as you age, and most men don't realize how much this affects their circulation and energy. Think of your stomach as a processing plant. When you're younger, this plant runs at full capacity with strong acid production, efficient enzymes, and robust blood flow to help absorb nutrients quickly. After 60, that processing plant starts running at about 70% capacity. Your stomach produces 25% less hydrochloric acid than it did in your 40s. This matters because stomach acid doesn't just break down food. It's essential for absorbing minerals like iron, zinc, and B vitamins that your blood needs to carry oxygen efficiently. When you take a handful of vitamins on an empty stomach, you're asking that slower processing plant to handle a sudden surge of concentrated nutrients without the food matrix that helps absorption. It's like asking a tired worker to lift a heavy load without proper equipment. Here's where the circulation connection comes in. Your digestive system requires about 25% of your total blood volume when it's working hard to process food or supplements. When you dump a bunch of vitamins into an empty stomach, especially with caffeine, your body has to make a choice. Send blood to your stomach to deal with the supplement overload, or maintain circulation to your hands, feet, and brain. Guess which one wins? Your stomach gets priority, leaving the rest of your body with reduced blood flow right when you need energy for your day. But there's another problem most men don't know about. Many vitamins compete with each other for absorption. Iron blocks zinc absorption. Calcium interferes with magnesium. When you take them all at once, you create what I call a nutrient traffic jam in your small intestine. Your body can only absorb so much at one time. The rest gets eliminated, which is why your urine might be bright yellow after taking vitamins. That's expensive B vitamins leaving your body unused. This is especially problematic for circulation because the nutrients your blood vessels need most, like magnesium, vitamin K2, and certain B vitamins, are the ones most likely to get blocked when you take everything together. There's also the coffee factor. I know, morning coffee is sacred for most of us. But caffeine does something specific to aging blood vessels that younger men can handle better. Caffeine causes vasoconstriction, meaning your blood vessels tighten up. When you're 30, your vessels are flexible enough to bounce back quickly. When you're 65, they're stiffer and take longer to relax. Taking vitamins with coffee creates a perfect storm. Your digestive system needs extra blood flow to process the supplements, but the caffeine is restricting the very blood vessels that would deliver that flow. It's like trying to water your garden with a kinked hose. Your liver also plays a role here. After 60, your liver processes everything more slowly, including the fillers and additives in many vitamin supplements. Cheap vitamins often contain titanium dioxide, artificial colors, and preservatives that your liver has to filter out. This extra work diverts energy and blood flow away from the nutrient absorption process. The result? You feel tired instead of energized, cold instead of warm, and foggy instead of sharp. You might think your vitamins aren't working, so you add more or buy more expensive brands. But the problem isn't the vitamins themselves, it's the timing and method. Your body also produces less intrinsic factor as you age, which is essential for absorbing vitamin B12. Without enough B12, your red blood cells can't carry oxygen efficiently, leading to that tired, cold feeling that many men experience but can't explain. The inflammation factor is important too. When your digestive system struggles to process a vitamin overload, it creates low-level inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation damages blood vessel walls and makes them less flexible, creating a cycle where poor circulation makes it even harder to absorb the nutrients you need for healthy circulation. This is why simply taking more vitamins or more expensive vitamins doesn't solve the problem. You're not addressing the root issue, how your changing body processes and absorbs nutrients. The good news is that small changes in timing and method can make a dramatic difference. When you work with your body's natural rhythms instead of against them, those same vitamins can actually improve your circulation and energy levels significantly. Now let me share the 3 strategies that transformed Frank's health and have helped hundreds of men over 60 feel energized and improve their circulation naturally. The first strategy is changing when and how you take your vitamins. Instead of taking everything at once, you're going to split your vitamins into 3 groups based on how they work together and when your body can best absorb them. Morning group. Take only your B complex and vitamin D with breakfast, preferably eggs or yogurt. B vitamins need protein to be absorbed properly, and vitamin D needs fat. Eggs give you both. This combination supports steady energy without the crash. Wait at least 2 hours after coffee before taking these. If you can't give up morning coffee, have it. Wait 30 minutes, then eat breakfast with your vitamins. The food helps buffer the caffeine's effect on your blood vessels. Afternoon group. Take magnesium, zinc, and any immune-supporting vitamins like vitamin C with lunch. Magnesium is crucial for circulation because it helps your blood vessels relax. Taking it midday helps counteract stress-related vessel constriction. Zinc absorption is blocked by calcium and iron, so keep it away from dairy and iron supplements. A simple lunch with lean protein works perfectly. Evening group. Take fish oil, CoQ10, and calcium with dinner. These work better when your body is winding down. Fish oil helps reduce inflammation in blood vessels overnight. CoQ10 supports heart function during rest and recovery. Calcium can interfere with other minerals during the day, but at night it helps with muscle relaxation and sleep quality. The key is giving your digestive system manageable amounts to process rather than overwhelming it all at once. Think of it like feeding a fire. Small, steady additions keep it burning bright. Dumping everything on at once smothers the flame. Studies show that spreading vitamin intake throughout the day increases absorption by up to 40% compared to single-dose regimens. For men over 60, this difference can mean the gap between feeling tired and feeling energized. The second strategy addresses circulation directly before you even think about vitamins. Your blood vessels need to be primed to carry nutrients effectively. Start every morning with what I call the wake-up sequence. Before coffee, before vitamins, drink 16 ounces of room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon. This rehydrates your blood, provides minerals for vessel function, and gently stimulates circulation without shocking your system. Next, spend 5 minutes doing gentle movement to get blood flowing. This doesn't mean jumping jacks or intense exercise. Simple arm circles, shoulder rolls, calf raises, and neck rotations while you're waiting for coffee or breakfast. The goal is to activate your circulation before asking your body to absorb and transport nutrients. Here's something my grandfather taught me that modern science has proven correct: cold and warm therapy for circulation. After your shower, finish with 30 seconds of cool water on your legs and arms. This causes your blood vessels to contract and then dilate when you get out, improving their flexibility and function. The evening version is a warm foot soak for 10 minutes before bed. Add Epsom salt if you have it. This draws blood to your extremities and helps your whole circulatory system relax for better overnight recovery. Breathing also affects circulation more than most men realize. When you're stressed or focused, you tend to breathe shallow, which reduces oxygen in your blood. Practice the 4-7-8 breathing pattern once mid-morning and once mid-afternoon. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This oxygenates your blood and helps vessels relax. The third strategy might surprise you: getting more nutrients from food and fewer from isolated supplements. As we age, our bodies recognize and absorb nutrients from whole foods much more efficiently than synthetic vitamins. This doesn't mean throwing away your supplements. It means building a foundation of nutrient-dense foods that work synergistically, then using targeted supplements to fill specific gaps. For circulation and energy, focus on these daily food priorities. Morning protein that includes choline, eggs, Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese. Choline helps produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that keeps blood vessels flexible. 2 eggs provide about 250 milligrams of choline, which is significant for daily needs. Dark, leafy greens with every lunch: spinach, kale, or arugula. These provide natural nitrates that your body converts to nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. A simple spinach salad or adding greens to a sandwich makes a difference. Evening omega-3s from whole foods, wild-caught salmon, sardines, or walnuts. The omega-3s from food sources are more bioavailable than fish oil supplements and come with cofactors that help absorption. The key insight here is that isolated nutrients often don't work, as well as nutrients in their natural food matrix. For example, vitamin C from an orange includes bioflavonoids that help it absorb and function better than vitamin C alone. Magnesium from dark chocolate or pumpkin seeds comes with other minerals that support its function. Iron from grass-fed beef includes heme iron that's much more absorbable than iron sulfate in most supplements. This approach reduces the burden on your digestive system while providing more usable nutrition. You'll likely find you need fewer supplements when you optimize your food intake. For hydration, which directly affects circulation, aim for half your body weight in ounces of water throughout the day. If you weigh 180 pounds, that's 90 ounces. But spread it out. Don't try to drink it all at once. Consistent hydration keeps your blood flowing smoothly. One practical tip: keep a 16-ounce water bottle and finish it 4 times during the day. Once when you wake up, once mid-morning, once mid-afternoon, and once in the evening. This maintains steady hydration without overwhelming your kidneys. Let me share some additional insights that can make or break your success with these strategies, plus common mistakes I see men over 60 making repeatedly. If you take prescription medications, timing becomes even more critical. Many medications affect how your body absorbs vitamins, and many vitamins can interfere with medication effectiveness. Blood pressure medications, for example, often deplete certain minerals like potassium and magnesium. But taking magnesium supplements too close to blood pressure medicine can enhance the medication's effects too much, potentially causing dizziness. The general rule is to space medications and supplements at least 2 hours apart, unless your doctor specifically advises otherwise. Always take medications exactly as prescribed, but you can often adjust supplement timing to avoid interactions. Proton pump inhibitors, which many men take for heartburn, significantly reduce stomach acid production. This makes absorbing minerals from supplements much harder. If you take these medications, you'll likely need to take mineral supplements with food and may benefit from digestive enzymes. Blood thinners like warfarin can be affected by vitamin K intake, but the key is consistency, not avoidance. Work with your doctor to maintain steady vitamin K intake rather than avoiding it completely. Your circulation and vitamin absorption are both dramatically affected by sleep quality. Poor sleep increases inflammation, reduces growth hormone production, and impairs nutrient absorption. Here's what most men don't realize. Taking certain vitamins too late in the day can interfere with sleep, creating a cycle where poor sleep makes vitamin absorption worse, which makes you feel worse, which disrupts sleep further. B vitamins, especially B12 and B6, can be stimulating if taken after 3 p.m. Magnesium and calcium, on the other hand, can promote better sleep when taken in the evening. Create a supplement schedule that supports your sleep cycle. Morning energizing nutrients, afternoon stress, supporting nutrients, evening relaxing nutrients. This rhythm helps your body know what to expect and when. Chronic stress is one of the biggest circulation killers for men over 60, and it also dramatically reduces vitamin absorption. When you're stressed, your body prioritizes immediate survival over long-term health functions, like nutrient absorption. Stress hormones like cortisol reduce stomach acid production, slow digestion, and divert blood flow away from your digestive system. This means even perfect vitamin timing won't help much if you're chronically stressed. Simple stress management becomes a circulation and nutrition strategy. 10 minutes of morning quiet time, avoiding news or social media first thing in the morning, and having a consistent wind-down routine in the evening. One technique that works well for older men is the reset breath. Whenever you notice tension, inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Pause briefly, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and improves circulation immediately. Many men think if some vitamins are good, more must be better. This is especially dangerous after 60 because your body's ability to excrete excess nutrients decreases with age. Fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K, can build up to toxic levels. Iron can accumulate and actually damage blood vessels if you don't need it. Zinc in high doses can interfere with copper absorption and immune function. Stick to moderate doses unless you have a documented deficiency confirmed by blood work. For most men over 60, a good multivitamin plus targeted individual supplements for specific needs is better than mega doses of everything. Your friend Bob might do great taking his vitamins with coffee first thing in the morning. That doesn't mean it will work for you. Pay attention to how your body responds to different timing and combinations. Keep a simple log for 2 weeks. When you take vitamins, how you feel 2 hours later, your energy level at 3 p.m., and how well you sleep. Patterns will emerge that help you optimize your personal approach. Some men discover they absorb iron better in the morning, others in the evening. Some find magnesium helps them sleep, others find it energizing. There's no universal perfect protocol. There's your optimal protocol. Not all vitamins are created equal, especially for men over 60 whose digestive systems are less forgiving of poor quality supplements. Cheap vitamins often contain forms of nutrients that are harder to absorb, plus fillers and additives that can cause digestive upset. For example, magnesium oxide is cheap but poorly absorbed and can cause diarrhea. Magnesium glycinate costs more, but absorbs better and is gentler on your stomach. Look for third-party tested supplements, preferably in forms that are easier to absorb. Methylated B vitamins instead of synthetic forms, chelated minerals instead of sulfates or oxides, and vitamin D3 instead of D2. You don't need the most expensive supplements, but investing in quality can mean the difference between feeling better and wasting money on vitamins that pass through you unused. The biggest insight I can share is to think of vitamins as part of a larger circulation and energy strategy, not as magic pills that work in isolation. When you combine proper timing with circulation support and stress management, the results multiply. Start with one change at a time. Maybe begin by splitting your vitamins into morning and evening doses. Once that feels natural, add the circulation wake-up sequence. Then focus on increasing nutrient-dense foods. Small, consistent changes create lasting improvements. Dramatic overhauls usually lead to. I want to take a moment to connect with you personally, because I know this information might feel overwhelming, especially if you've been taking vitamins the same way for years. First, let me ask you this. What was your biggest takeaway from today's discussion? Was it the split-dose method, the circulation-first protocol, or maybe learning about how coffee affects vitamin absorption? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insight might be exactly what another man needs to hear to make a positive change in his health. I love reading your comments because they remind me that we're all in this together. Whether you're dealing with low energy, circulation issues, or just want to feel more like yourself again, you're not alone in this journey. Now, I know some of you are thinking, this all sounds good, but where do I actually start? That's exactly why I put together something special for the men in our community. I've created a free resource called the 7-Day Circulation Recovery Plan for Men over 60. This isn't just another PDF filled with generic advice. It's a day-by-day guide that walks you through implementing everything we discussed today, plus some additional strategies I didn't have time to cover in this video. The plan includes your daily vitamin timing schedule, simple circulation exercises you can do while watching TV, a grocery list of the most circulation-friendly foods, and even a checklist to help you evaluate your current supplements. Most importantly, it's designed specifically for men our age who want real results without complicated protocols or expensive equipment. Everything in the plan can be done at home, with things you probably already have. You'll find the link to download your free copy in the description below this video. There's no catch, no email list you can't unsubscribe from, and no sales pitch at the end. It's simply my way of saying thank you for being part of this community and investing in your health. I created this resource because I've seen too many men our age struggle with energy and circulation issues that can be improved with the right approach. You don't have to accept feeling tired, cold, or sluggish as just part of getting older. You have more control than you might think. Here's something else I want you to know. Implementing these strategies isn't about perfection. You don't have to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Start with what feels manageable and build from there. Even small changes can create meaningful improvements in how you feel day to day. Some of you might be wondering about your specific situation. Maybe you're taking medications that complicate supplement timing, or you have health conditions that make you unsure about making changes. The plan addresses many of these common concerns and provides guidance on when to consult with your healthcare provider. Speaking of next steps, I'm already working on our next video, and it's about something that affects almost every man over 60, but rarely gets talked about openly. It's about a bedtime habit that quietly undermines circulation and intimacy, often without men realizing it's happening. This habit is so common that most men think it's normal, but it's actually creating a cascade of problems that affect energy, blood flow, and confidence. I'll be sharing exactly what this habit is, why it becomes more problematic after 60, and 3 simple adjustments that can make a significant difference. If you don't want to miss that video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and ring the notification bell. YouTube's algorithm doesn't always show our videos to everyone, and I'd hate for you to miss information that could genuinely help improve your quality of life. Before we wrap up, I want to address something I hear from men regularly. I've tried everything, and nothing works for me. If that's you, I understand the frustration. Health advice can feel like a revolving door of promises that don't deliver. But here's what I've learned after helping thousands of men over 60. The difference between success and frustration usually isn't about finding some secret solution. It's about finding the right approach for your specific body and circumstances, then giving it enough time to work. Your body didn't change overnight, and it won't transform overnight either. But with consistent, intelligent action, you can absolutely feel more energized, improve your circulation, and regain confidence in your body's ability to support the life you want to live. The strategies we discussed today aren't experimental or unproven. They're based on how your body actually works and what it needs to function optimally as you age. When you work with your body instead of against it, remarkable improvements are possible. So download the 7-day circulation recovery plan, try the approaches that resonate with you, and give yourself permission to expect positive changes. You've earned the right to feel your best at this stage of life. 7th, soft closing, 28 to 30. Approximately 700 words. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want to leave you with something my father told me when I was struggling with my own health challenges in my early 60s. He said, "Son, getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means getting wiser about how to take care of yourself." Those words changed my perspective completely, and I hope they resonate with you too. You see, what we've discussed today isn't really about vitamins or circulation protocols. It's about reclaiming your sense of agency over your health and well-being. It's about understanding that feeling tired, cold, or sluggish isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's often a sign that your body needs a different approach. Throughout my years of working with men over 60, I've been consistently amazed by the resilience and adaptability of the human body. I've seen 70-year-old men regain energy they hadn't felt in years. I've witnessed retired gentlemen discover that simple changes in supplement timing transformed their daily experience. But more than the physical improvements, I've observed something even more valuable: the return of confidence. When you feel energized and clear-headed, when your circulation is working well, and you're not constantly battling fatigue, you show up differently in your relationships, your activities, and your outlook on life. You're not broken, my friend. You're not too old to feel vibrant. And you're certainly not alone in wanting to feel more like yourself again. Every man who watches these videos, every person who downloads our resources, every individual who takes even one small step toward better health is part of a community of people who refuse to accept "that's just how it is" as the final answer. I think about Frank, the retired firefighter I mentioned earlier, and how his simple changes in vitamin timing and circulation support transformed not just his energy levels, but his entire outlook. He recently sent me a photo of himself hiking with his grandchildren, something he hadn't felt up to doing in years. I think about Robert, the teacher from Ohio who was spending $150 a month on vitamins that weren't helping. He's now spending less than half that amount and feeling better than he has in a decade. These aren't exceptional cases. They're examples of what becomes possible when you understand how your changing body works and you're willing to make thoughtful adjustments to support it. The strategies we've covered today, the split dose method, the circulation first protocol, the nutrient density approach, these aren't complicated or expensive interventions. They're practical applications of wisdom about how to work with your body's natural patterns and needs. But beyond the specific techniques, I hope you'll remember the larger message. You have more influence over how you feel than you might believe. Small, consistent actions compound into significant improvements over time. Your health journey at this stage of life isn't about trying to turn back the clock or recapture your 30-year-old body. It's about optimizing the body you have now for the life you want to live now. Whether that means having steady energy to keep up with grandchildren, maintaining the circulation to stay active in hobbies you love, or simply feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin, these goals are absolutely achievable. As you move forward from here, remember to be patient with yourself. Change takes time, especially positive change that lasts. Celebrate small improvements. Notice when you feel more energized, when your hands stay warmer, when you make it through the afternoon without that familiar fatigue. Most importantly, remember that taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. The people who care about you want you to feel your best. They want you to be present, engaged, and thriving. Taking steps to support your health is a gift to them as much as it is to yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for being open to new perspectives and for caring enough about your well-being to seek out better approaches. Until we talk again, take care of yourself, be patient with the process, and remember, your best days don't have to be behind you. With the right approach, many of them can still be ahead. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll tackle that bedtime habit that's quietly undermining your circulation and vitality. Until then, be well, my friend.